May. A disastrous time when Reed Richards tried to pull a reach around gag on Ben Grimm and it all went sideways. That's all I got for that. So, like yesterday, I promised I was going to do a Cary Coatney Notes Diary Show 29B because I didn't get around to covering this stuff. Let me focus there. So, this is the catalog for July shipping product, and the cover is dedicated to DNX, which had a preview in this free Comics Giveaway Day edition of, I think, was the Avengers Armageddon one. So there's a little 5-page preview. You couldn't tell because it looked like it was part of the X-Men continuity. It's like 5 pages. I already seen an issue of X-Men, but nonetheless, there is a bunch of stuff here, and really upping the ante on glutting the market with everything Doctor Doom. As you can tell by this ad here, this is the DNX, I guess, a cover. So I guess this project will include the X-Men in it, and it has something to do with the White Beast, who's been currently seen in the X-Men title, and he's part of the mutant, the anti-mutant squad called 3K. And somehow the Fantastic Four will be involved in it, and I guess this is the cover split. I mean, in 5 ways. And of course, it's also a blind bag type of deal, you know, where this does not sound appealing to me at all. I mean, I'm not that crazy about Scotty Young, but a lot of people love him. And I guess it's like, you know, Peach Momoko, you know, on her covers, and that Todd Nyack character who did those face plants on covers a few back that my retailer kept insisting on throwing it in my full box. You know, I didn't order them. I'm confused. You know, the price is okay. It says 32 pages for $5.99. I mean, you willing to pay $5.99 for this for 32 pages? Shouldn't it be like 40 to 48 pages stories for $5.99? I mean, I don't know. I probably am gonna be roped into it because I am reading Jed MacKay's X-Men title. And I'm also reading the Fantastic Four. This is the 1-year anniversary issue of Captain America, being written by Chip Zdarsky. I think by this time maybe he's close to J. Michael Straczynski's run now. Who knows how long this is gonna go on for? Avengers Armageddon. Like I think I said that in the free comic day video I did, I probably am going to be roped into this too because it deals with the Red Hulk and some events that were going on with the Doom, the Doctor Doom miniseries that recently came out. Is it Dungeons of Doom? Yeah, I think so. This is a one-shot of the X-Men Hellfire Club Murder. One shot, $7.99. I'm gonna have to think on this one. Look at this. This is less redacted than the Epstein files. How about that? Yeah, like I said, they're up in the ante on these Doctor Doom books, and this is a bi-monthly book called Challenges of Doom. I guess each issue is going to deal with, like this one's Mr. Fantastic. Probably the next issue, I mean, fingers crossed, it's going to be probably Iron Man. maybe Spider-Man in future issues, but it's only a bi-monthly book. I assume each issue is done in one. Your mileage may vary. In terms of, you have to buy them all. It seems like it's a pick and choose type of thing. This Queen in Black thing, I am not on the fence with this. I'll probably be passing on this. Like, look, it's got all these crazy one-shots associated with it. Venom is part of it. Thor, well, of course, Thor would be part of it. But he's going to a one-shot book. But some of these are mini-series that I don't need. Like how, a special Venom, another Venom miniseries with it. Well, that's because Venom has a connection to the Null character, so I don't fault them for that. This, hard pass. Not into this cheesecake stuff, and they're all just like what, pinups. Why would I spend $5.99 for that? Oh, are you serious? Godzilla challenges the multiverse? Really? Hard no. Oh, geez, I was thinking about this the other day. Cary Coatney just passed away. The writer of, I was seeing that Cary Coatney he's the equivalent of O.J. Simpson. He got away with murder, of course, of murdering Gwen Stacy. Well, Conway didn't murder Captain Stacy. Stan Lee did that, but there's really no one to take him to civil court to get him, for the murder of Gwen Stacy. He knows he did it. He took it to his grave. Spider-Man, Long Way Home. Yeah, I'm this has something to do with the Wolverine series that that Jonathan Hickman wrote last year. So this I'm gonna definitely be down for this. It's the only book that Jonathan Hickman is writing right now for Marvel. This Punisher versus Spider-Man. I am not going to get this because this is one of these another plucked from the past series that Civil War. They're doing a 5-issue miniseries of an untold part of Civil War. I don't have need for stuff. These revisiting the past type of things. But the artwork looks nice. But it's totally unnecessary for me. Doom Quest #3. Yes, I'll be reading this because I liked the One World Under Doom miniseries that Ryan North wrote last year. So this picks up. This has Doom using just violating his time machine privileges and going back to other areas of time, and of course he has to introduce a laser cannon in the Revolutionary War. I'm kind of done with it. After the finale of the Ultimate Universe, I'm done with it. I'm gonna done with a lot of Marvel. I gotta cut down on Marvel. Anyway, it's like this is another one of these. Chris Claremont's writing a 5-issue miniseries of Gambit of events that took place after his very first appearance. Why is it necessary? Infernal Hawk, I read. There was a little bit of a 6-page preview of the events coming up in Infernal Hawk. I thought it was going to be its own miniseries, but apparently it's just part of the continuity. And this is number 9. And I think the next issue is going to be the last one after this. Some What If 50th anniversary specials. I'm kind of intrigued by this one. A What If story. What if Craven survived the last hunt? Written by the original writer. Maybe I'm being hypocritical on this one. Blasting Chris Claremont's Gambit thing, but a one shot of what might have been if Craven hadn't died. Sounds intriguing, and $4.99. Like I said, pick your poison on these things, these one shots. If you want to get them all, get them all. But here's the Secret Wars, and the Secret Wars in this one has something to do a lot with the Ultimate Universe. Fuck Jeff the Shark. Bishop, Moonstar, stuff I'm not reading. And I noticed a few select titles are bi-monthly this month. I don't know why, but there's an X-Men 33, an X-Men 34. Turn the page, Uncanny X-Men 31 and Uncanny X-Men 32. Usually they do a bi-weekly schedule. But same with Wolverine and stuff I'm not reading. Outback. Here's X-Men season 2, 97. Now I heard that the date for the second season of X-Men 97 is going to be in July, probably around time when San Diego Comic-Con comes around. So this is the story. I don't know if it takes place between this guy, Todd Noyak. He did all these big flat face covers a couple years back on his variants, and somehow they wound up in my pull list, and like, what the heck is this? Why can't I get the regular cover? They're worth shit in the back issue bins. So the second season, I'm excited about it. I really loved the first season. Fortunately, the guy who made it happen was fired from the show. But the people behind the original series are back supervising producers. So there may be no change in quality in it. The Amazing Spider-Man, it's bi-monthly, and these are legacy issues 996, 997. I really like this homage to the Hulk special back in the 60s. It's nice. Spider-Versity, didn't bother with it. Yeah, I'm fortunately, even though it's a brand new day, it's based on the story from the past. I'm reading this one because some of the elements translate into the current continuity. So, and Mr. Negative is in it, and I assume all those back, his first appearance will be probably already worth a tidy sum in the back issue market. He's in that movie. And Black Cat, Simbi, something I will not be reading. He's supposed to be on he's going to be featured in upcoming episodes of Spidey's Amazing Friends, so I'll get my fill of him. And the Wonderful Facsimiles, Amazing Spider-Man 14, first appearance of the Green Goblin. They are doing monthly facsimiles of Silver Surfer series, and they're charging $6.99 because they were double-sized issues back in the 60s. So I just rather get that big, huge Tash Chen book of the Silver Surfer. That looks nifty. And they're doing a facsimile version of these JLA versus Avengers, that series from 20 years back. I guess there's no moratorium on one, of how far back they can go and do these things. Fantastic Four is bi-weekly this month. Mortal Thor, I don't know, maybe because some issues are behind, they need to try to catch up. And who else is going? This really pisses me off. I'm not falling for this one. I mistakenly bought this last year, and you know what they are? They take all the stuff that's been printed in the Free Comic Book Day, or in this year's case, Comics Giveaway Day, and they put a $5 price tag on them. I don't get it. I was like so pissed off when I was reading. I said, I read this before. What the hell did I read this before? And I like, oh crap! This is the stuff that's all in the Free Comic Book Day editions. Why am I gonna pay $5 for that stuff? Marvel's just ripping the people off left to right with this shit. There's no new material in there. Let's see. So here's Daredevil number 4. I just watched the 7th episode of the second season of Reborn Boy. This thing gets better and better. I was listening to the podcast afterwards. I know the final episode is up right now, but I'm not watching until Friday night. They were saying, well, the producer on that show, I think Suzanne something, was saying it's the cliffhanger is gonna leave you breathless at the end. So can't wait till Friday to watch it. That Punisher number 6. Yeah, see, this is crap, but I do like this this thing of Black Goliath. He's about to toss Captain America in the drink while he's tossing this little puny tiny shield at his head, but he's gonna, I guess Cap is gonna take a dip in the Hudson right now. That is funny. Iron Man number 7. I have the first 2 issues of Sorcerer Supreme. Bernard Chang's artwork is really just off the chain on it, but I dropped it because I lost track of it. So if you hear my past videos, I'm having a hard time to locate stuff in back stock right now. Doctor Strange 8. Wow. Will it make it past issue number 10? That's what Quarry minds want to know. Mark Spector Moon Knight. Blade is back in some form, because his movie is not chugging along as fast as people would like to see. Imperial Guardians. That's the final issue. Rocket Raccoon, Rocket Rewind, a little blend of old and new in it. First appearance of Rocket Raccoon will be reprinted in this book, and that was just written by the great Bill Manilow. I mean, how is he doing these days? He had a near fatal accident. He got clobbered by someone riding a skateboard, and it put him in a coma. And much like that case out here where those kids on an e-bike just smacked into this old man walking on a sidewalk or a crosswalk. He got smacked by this kid driving on these e-bikes, and unfortunately the old man died, and now the kid's mom is up for charges of manslaughter now, and that's a sad story, because she was warned by the cops repeatedly that that kid needed to slow his roll on that e-bike. She did not heed the warning. So, I'm glad that's over. Sam Humphrey's writing a Jessica Jones story? No, thank you. Aliens King Killer, that was previewed in the free the comics giveaway book of Alien, Predator, and Planet of the Apes. And I didn't get what was going on, but this is very understandable, and I think I'm going to be down for this. And if you read the free comic, God damn it, it's the comics giveaway day. All right, the Marvel's doing comics giveaway day. This is the prelude to this is in that issue, and that looks. I don't know how many issues it is. Is it a one shot? It doesn't say it's a one shot. It's $5.99, so I'm gonna have to put my shekels aside for that. It looks badass. Star Wars Shadow of Maul. I'm watching the animated series on Disney, and I really enjoy it. I'm halfway done through it so far, because I pace myself through an episode per week, and it's unique and different from the rest of the Star Wars animated fare, other than the anime ones. There's another one shot of Saw Gerrera. I think they're rolling out one of these, one per month, because it's the 20th anniversary or the 10th anniversary of this movie. So I've got one with Cassian Andor. I don't know if I'll be. Well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how many of these are going to be in the series, but there's some soccer variant covers for some various books. The Premiere Collection, and this might be essential. This might wind up on the bestseller list when this comes out, because it'll be close to the movie release, of Doomsday movie coming out, and a lot of stuff in the movie is derived from this source material right here. So I recommend, for those not familiar, those who want to get familiarize themselves with the movie, I advise you to pick up this. And probably this is connected too, because this is Jonathan Hickman Avengers issue. I think this has ties to Secret Wars. It's a trade paperback of all the recent Deadpool, Batman, and Spider-Man, Superman stories that have been appearing in the Marvel side of things. So those are so you get plus you get some of the stuff that you only seen online, like Thor versus Shazam, and that goddamn Jeff and Aquaman are teamed up in the story together. So I imagine DC will be doing theirs on their side of the thing. I think they have some online stuff that's probably going to be in that collection. I don't know I don't have the DC solicitations. So. Okay, what else we got here? We got the omnibuses, the X Factor, Dan Slott's Fantastic Four. He did like 50 issues on his own, so they're getting collected. Is it enough material that you can fill 2 omnibuses with? How many pages does this have? 784 and $100. Spider-Woman. She's got her own omnibus, and her first appearance from Marvel Spotlight is in there. Spider-Woman 1 through 50. Wow, that's a lot of material to pack in there. It's 1,320 pages, and for 150, it ought to be. I do not have room for these anymore. If you see on my wall here, I got plenty of them. I got plenty of these books. I got all this stuff here. Werewolf by Night, Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, and the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, and some Guardian collection. Howard the Duck. I really wanted to get the Conan ones, Savage Sword of Conan. I thought that would be, but they're out of print, and now Titan has the rights to them. So, what else? Thor. This, that, trade paperbacks, movies and stuff. This was pretty good. That was a good read. I read the floppies. Got that. This, all these epic collections. Just high glossy trade paperbacks. What's this one? Oh wow. It's a new printing of Volume 3, The Amazing Spider-Man. And we got Amazing Spider-Man issues 39 to 52. The two annuals, 3 and 4. Material from Not Brand Eck. Number 2, 400 pages. This is the innovative John Romita when he took over the book. And the posters and the Queen in Black. And that's that with that. That's Marvel. And so here's a catalog of a bunch of stuff I will not be buying. And here's IDW Monthly. There's only maybe 1-2 things that stick out to me, and it ain't Hello Kitty, that's for sure. I mean, why not? I mean, My Little Pony does really good for them, so it'd be a natural progression to get Hello Kitty into it, and yeah, this might do well for them. More, God, there's so much Godzilla nonsense in here. But this is, you know, IDW is mainly your Godzilla headquarters. You know, with a smattering of DC, Marvel, and maybe I think Dark Horse has joined the fray of presenting Godzilla material. But IDW puts the most of it out. Sonic the Hedgehog, I can't stand this thing. Red Shirts is back. Wow. And of course, IDW's got to do a comic book series on Paramount Plus's abysmal failure. It was called Starfleet Academy. You ever try to watch one of these episodes? It's hard to keep your eyes a lift. I mean, this from the first minute after the opening credits is probably only the best thing about that show. But immediately 3, 4, 5 minutes into any episode, except for the final 2, the eyelids just droop, and it's just boring shit. None of these actors in this show have any charisma whatsoever. And Helen, is it Helen Hunt or Helen Hunter? So I don't know, but it's just no. It's just her character is just. I can't explain her character, but she's so dull to look at on that show. Holly Hunter, that's what I'm thinking. Last Starship, Star Trek, Aliens. This I'm interested in, but I'm disappointed because it's Gabriel Hardman, but he only writes this series, but it's drawn by someone else. But I prefer Gabriel Hardman doing the whole entire book. That'd be nifty if he did a Rocketeer solo book on his own. I love his stuff. I can't get enough. That's why I'm so irritated at my store, because the fourth and final issue of the Batman Green Arrow Question miniseries came out, and the store didn't get not one copy of it. Now, I read the first 3. Now I'm having a bitch of a time trying to find it at other stores. TMNT nonsense. Even though I did like the last animated series that Paramount Plus recently canceled. Let's see more. There's like so much stuff on these turtles. What's this? Here's more silly Godzilla nonsense. Godzilla versus San Diego. It's San Diego coming down to San Diego Comic-Con. And join Godzilla as it takes on a roster of San Diego Comic-Con All-Stars. Sorry, folks, but Godzilla doesn't wait in line at Hall H. Okay. And, Stan Sakai's written a story in here. Oh, that's interesting. But this is a 48-page one-shot, $7.99. I could think about, when I think back, the first time I ever heard of San Diego Comic-Con, when it was used as a backdrop for an Iron Man story back in the 70s, 73, 74, and I was like, wow, there's a huge Comic-Con out in the West Coast. And I was supposed to go to the one in 1978 when I came out to stay with my aunts in the Booney Beach and Westminster, Orange County. My dad was living in San Diego also, and he told me that he would come up and get me and take me down there. He was managing a Denny's at the time down in Chula Vista, and never showed up. And he just blew me off when the convention came around. I was very disappointed at, but that's what daddies do. When they walk out on their kids. So, 13 Demons Dead, 30 days and nights. Is there anything here else? I believe I remember reading something of this in last year's Free Comic Day editions, when they did, IDW did a special peek at some of their horror titles they're doing. I think that was one of the features. Operation Iron Coffin, Sleepy Hollow. Event Horizon, I assume it's doing pretty good for them, because this is their second miniseries. Smile. I think this is the end of the first miniseries. Quiet Place. The Twilight Zone. I thought they ended this with issue number 6. But apparently there's another. I guess this is ongoing. Why did someone tell me this was a limited series? But it's what's interesting about this series is that each issue is done by a different artist / writer. There's really no guy who writes the stories and have someone else do the artwork. It's just always these combo packs. Pretty cool. John Byrne did one. I mean, he does work for IDW. I don't see why he can't do one. That's a trade paperback. Crime. This is the top shelf material. Surfside Girls. This was a series on Apple Plus, or now Apple TV series. And it was okay. It was a really low budget thing, but it had its moments. And it was marketed as a children's show anyway. Johnny Boo on the Go. Now look at this stuff. This is a Tarzan series that they're doing. Alien Books. And the $5 book. I'll have to keep a lookout on this because it looks good. Oh, here we go. Look at this. New Zorro series from Aaron Lapristi. He's one of my Facebook friends. He did a really awesome Savage Sword of Conan book. And there's a peek of his interior pages. Rather tame on what he did for Conan, but it looks good. No, sorry. This is where you lost me, Valiant. Street Fighter? No, thank you. So what does this say about Valiant? Actually, there's only one title available this month, and it's Bloodshot. I would hope this would be the last paradise, or the last refuge to hold out, because the books are really good quality, with IDW teaming up, or under auspices of IDW doing Valiant, and but I don't like the way they're formatting them, which is every 3 issues it has to be retitled number 1, but kept by a legacy number. So they said this is Valiant Beyond Bloodshot number 6, but it's man-made. It's man-made health number 3, and they'll put the 3 up there. And why not number 6? No. And this is something I think I'm gonna have to get this summer. This is all Alex Toth's work that he did for Gold Key. His entire Zorro series is reprinted in here. It's 256 pages, and I don't know how many issues that it is in there, but as a bonus, it includes an exclusive extra story written by comics icon Howard Chaykin and superstar artist Geraldo Rizzo, who does 100 Bullets. This looks amazing. It's $50 though, and I might have to I might have to borrow against my 401k to get this one. I don't know, man. I'm trying to do these things. I can't afford to go to San Diego this year, but I do want to take some money out and buy some stuff for the summer, like with the excitement of going to Comic-Con without actually being there. So here's the checklist here. I'm gonna start reading this puppy next week. I love Heavy Metal magazine, and my free comic book days. Books I'll be reading tonight: Masters of the Universe, Nice House on the Lake, and Conan, Rise of the Tyrant. I've been reading a lot of Conan lately, man. With I read the reprint of Black Colossus and Savage Sword of Conan Reforged, and I read the latest issue of Savage Sword of Conan number 14. And I got this thing, and I'm gonna have to do some research. I don't know why this book is the grand prize winner of this year's free comic book day and comics giveaway day batches, where some variants of this book is going for like $25, $50. I can't figure it out, but I can probably by this time next year this book will probably be a $20 book. We'll see. All right, that's all I got for you this week. Look for my free comic book day part 2 of 5 that I plan on doing this Thursday night. Have a great weekend, everyone.